First one, Danzy comes in from Jamie Morgan. What's the best game you've ever played at club level and also international?
There's been quite a few, to be fair, but I'd say probably the first ever time for me playing at Anfield in the FA Cup. Obviously they had a lot of the big hitters, Steven Gerrard, Coutinho, people like that, and we drew with them 1-1. Obviously that was the first time I'd played at Anfield in a competitive game and against some of the players I've supported all my life, and obviously to come away with a draw at Anfield, that was for Bolton at the time. It was great.
Just adding on to that, growing up a Liverpool fan, walking out to You'll Never Walk Alone in front of a full house, albeit for the opposition, was that a special moment?
Yeah, definitely. Having all my family there who are mostly Reds as well, and obviously playing against players that you've watched throughout the years, and in particularly Steven Gerrard, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd say that definitely stands out right up
there. Career highlight?
Career highlight, I'd say probably scoring the first ever goal for Guyana in history in a competitive game at the Gold Cup in the summer. I didn't actually know at the time that it was obviously the first goal in a major tournament for the country, and when you do something like that for a whole country and a nation, it starts to you start to realise what you've achieved in that sense.
One comes in from Alexander, to good on this. Who's got better hair, you or Morgan Ferrier?
Definitely me. Mine's been a lot longer, so that makes it a lot thicker. Mine's a natural colour, so that makes it a lot more silly. But no, yeah, I'm always going to say me.
Stood the test of time. George McLean has sent one in. What's the most valuable goal you've scored, and where was it?
Probably once again for Guyana. Scoring in the qualifiers. I think I scored in every competitive game that I played in, leading up to the qualifiers, and then the final game, obviously, to actually qualify for a major tournament for the country. I scored against Belize, and inevitably that was one of the goals that took us to the Gold Cup. So at the time, I've been involved with Guyana for 5-6 years now, and when I first joined, I never ever foreseen us taking part in a major tournament against the likes of USA and Panama and stuff like that. So after that goal, it was overwhelming to see where the programme had come from. From when I first went there was not even proper kits, there was no funds available, and to stick through it all for the 5 years and then to finally get that was unbelievable.
Was there a party afterwards?
Yeah.
Say no more. Alfie Keatings, have you ever had any words with Stefan Payne after the goal against Burton? Either way, what a way to win.
Of course I did. No, but you know what, we've had loads of banter about it, but for me, I was happy for him either way, as long as we got the 3 points. And I think at my age, especially now, I've got enough goals in my career to let him have that one.
Do you always score on your debut as well?
No, not really. I think that would have been the first ever debut goal, so he did steal that away from me, but I've scored my fair share of goals.
Mentioning age, this is timed well. Spencer Davis has asked, do you have to eat better now that you're older, or have you always?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's just natural. Do you know what I mean? I'm not getting any younger, but when I was young, I'd probably say, looking back now, my diet weren't great. But as you get older, you get more experience and you learn. And like I say, in order for me to keep fighting against these younger lads, who some of them have got 20 years on me, it's vitally important that I look after myself.
Tyler Simon has sent one in. I think I know the answer to this one. Who's the comedian in the squad?
For me, there's a few of them. There's obviously Stefan Payne's a character. Morgs.
He's the one I was thinking of.
Morgs is a character. But there's people that go under the radar who have got dry wit as well. Perks is secretly a comedian. He's got good little one-liners. So
dry wit.
Yeah. There's a few of the lads who will look.
Need thick skin in football, don't you?
Oh, you do, definitely.
Best player you've ever played with? Sure, there'll be a few.
Well, do you know what? It'd be hard. Like being fortunate enough to play with some of the younger lads who I don't know, but the likes of Dwight York, Andy Cole, Emil Heskey, more recently Jamie Vardy, Ida Johnson. I mean, Champions League winners all over the place. So there's not really one I could pinpoint, but like I say, I feel privileged to have shared the pitch with such talent.
Alex Garber sent one in. Best goal you've ever scored?
Best goal I've ever scored? It's a hard one. I've scored a few, to be fair. I have to pick up. So I've got to pick 1 out of 100 now.
Yeah.
There was a clip that's out there, which I think I was 18 on loan at Blackpool. I think I scored from like 45 yards, and on the meme, it looks like the ref's coming up and celebrating with me. So I'm sure if you look around, you'll probably find that one. And that's probably not my best goal, but it's probably one that stands out because it was 40 yards out. I was only 18 at the time, and when you score your first rasper, it's like you do go mental.
I have scored a few good ones, to be fair. James, that's a good one. Favourite pub?
I'm not really a pub guy. No, I'm not really a pub guy. I'm boring now.
Foodie? Restaurant then?
Restaurants, probably Nando's.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm a Scouser on it. I'm not going to say one of these big ZZs and all that. Give me a Nando's or a chili.
The gold, I think it's Gingy, as they sent one in. What made you join Tranmere?
Obviously, for obvious reasons, everything that was going on at Bury and stuff, that obviously made a big plan. But Tranmere is always a club that I've always followed and I've always watched. Obviously, being a Scouser, and it's weird because for some reason I always knew that I was going to end up here. Do you know what I mean? And as you get older, you start thinking, oh, I might not. Do you know what I mean? And then circumstances and everything always falls into place. And as soon as the gaffer and everyone got in touch with me, straight away I was buzzing to be involved because I could see the direction the club's going in. And like I say, I've always followed Tranmere because it's one of our city's clubs. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was. As soon as I got that call, I was buzzing to come in. And when I actually got here, it's weird because it's actually even the expectations I had are so I had good expectations of Tranmere, but it's even higher. The standards of the club, just the way the club works, the way it's run, everything's amazing here, and I genuinely think this is a club that is going in the right direction.
Fingers crossed. Brilliant Banks has been on. Who's your best mate on campus?
I think I'm probably a bit old for best mates now, but
who do you room with then?
It's funny enough, I don't room with anyone because of not just because of my age, but I'm not a very good sleeper. So I tend to wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back asleep. So I wouldn't put that on anyone. But no, there's a few good lads here. Like I say, I've known a few of them for a while, obviously playing against the likes of Potsy and Perks through the years, but they're all a good set of lads, and it'd be unfair to me to single one out.
I don't think we've had the answer to this, but we'll ask it anyway. Ethan Huyard has asked best moments with Guyana. So is it getting them to qualify, or was it actually playing and scoring in the opening?
Yeah, definitely playing and scoring the first ever goal. That 100% was definitely the best achievement.
Danzy, thanks very much, pal.
Thanks for having me, lad.